Can I please introduce the writer, director, actor of Caramel? This is Nadine Labaki.
Thank you. I'm very proud to present to you a piece of my Lebanon, my Beirut, my country. And this is a film that is not about war. It's about love and friendship and women who are trying to survive in a place where it's not always easy. And I hope you're gonna taste all the sugar that is in this caramel.
And there's loads of sugar, ladies, so you're going to enjoy the film. See you afterwards.
Set in a Beirut beauty salon, Caramel is a romantic comedy revolving around a group of Lebanese women.
يا ريال هلا هودي مثلها ما راح اقول ها مثل حاجه ما نطلع بالصوره جبتي لي صوره بنت عمرها من عمر بناتك عم تتفلسفي علي.
It was written and directed by Nadine Labaki, who also stars as a woman clinging to an all-consuming affair with a married man.
بدي أعرف مين هي هيدي المرة مش قادر يتركها.
The cast, predominantly non-actors, deliver brilliant and believable performances.
ليلي يا شو حلوة يا حبيبتي شو عم تعملي؟
First-time actress Aziza Saman stands out as Lily, who is over-possessive of her younger sister.
ما بيحب المكحل بيحبني مثلي أنا.
Labaki's film confronts issues which are rarely covered in Arab cinema. Issues such as homosexuality, cosmetic surgery, infidelity, menopause and virginity.
شوفي هذا اللي عم تظل خطوله مش رح يكون أول واحد.
And of course it's all about caramel, a substance of many uses.
بدك سكري البرداية بعد في حدا ما شافني بهالمنظر؟ إيه بركي بعد حدا ما شايف كريمة.
Why did you want to take on so much in one film?
I think it's because all these are subjects that really have intrigued me, and these are problems that have really frustrated me for a while. You know, how can we still talk about virginity now? Are we still so afraid to just come out of the closet and say if we have homosexual feelings about, you know, someone? Why are we so scared of aging?
قلت لي مش معقول يا جمال وجهك شو صاير حلو شو عم تستعملي لوجهك؟
كثير منيح بس لا رح أقطشك في شيء ملزق كأنه على عينك سكوتش ما بعرف.
Nadine actually started her career in music video directing, and you caused quite a bit of controversy, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I've worked on the image of the new Arab woman, and I created sort of icons, you know, women who are very free with their bodies, very spontaneous, very outgoing, empowered.
What was interesting, though, when I met you was you did say that it was just a facade.
Mm-hmm.
Lebanese women often have a reputation for being very free, the most liberated women in the Arab world, and you're not convinced by that.
No, I think it's only, like you said, a facade, and it's not true freedom, because I don't think we're as free as we seem to be.
فإذا شخصين بغرفة مع تخت كبير. بدي بس بليز منك بطاقة الهوية وأي ورقة تثبت إنك مزوجين. يعني قانون الأوتيل بتعرفي مطلوب منا.
Women are generally evoked in the Arab world as serious, as morose, as a sense of loss is very strong. And I think actually the reality is humor plays a huge role.
It was important that to show the Lebanese people the way they really are, and they are people who just tend to just, you know, laugh about everything in order to survive.
Given the context of what's happening in Lebanon at the moment, you've actually managed not to speak once about war or about religion. And I thought that was absolutely amazing. How did you do it?
The war has been seen and analyzed and overanalyzed, and the first image that comes to your mind usually when you say Beirut or you say Lebanon is a country at war, and it's a gray image of, you know, destroyed buildings. I wanted to change that because we are also people that have other worries and other problems.
يعني من زمان بيقولوا إذا حدا غلط إذا وحدة غلطت قبل ما تتجوز بيذبحوا زغلولين الحمام بيحطوا نقطتين دم على الشرشف وخلص.
How much did you leave to the actors to improvise?
Because they are not actors, it was not always easy to make them memorize dialogues. They're not used to, you know, the rhythm. They don't have it naturally, so it sounds a little bit fake when they're repeating something they've read. There are many times where I I had to trick the actors into saying the things they were saying, especially with Lily.
ليلي شو عم تعملي؟
عم بشتغل.
شو عم تعملي؟
عم دور على الورق.
يعني أي ورقة؟
ورقة تبعنا.
Lily is totally unforgettable.
Yes.
You found Lily out in the street,
Yes,
didn't you?
absolutely. Yes. I was walking on the street and I just looked back and I saw her.
أنا هاي ما بدي ما.
هاي أحلى من هيدي.
I went to her and said, do you want to act in a film? And she said, yeah, of course.
وحبيبي بيحبك تش الروشي بيقلي مش.
Sometimes she wasn't even aware that we were acting. For example, there's a scene where where she has to knock on the door. I was like, okay, now you have to say, Rose, I love you, please open the door. She was like, how can I say I love you? She's outside eating with the crew. So she could, you know, she just didn't know we were acting.
أنا بحبك يا روز.
She thinks that this is real life, that Rose is really in love with that guy in real life, and she wants him desperately, and she's like, no, she should just get over him.
Can we please thank filmmaker here of Caramel, Nadine Labaki.
Thank you.
ماما هون عمالك ريما. بنزلك بالجورة، لا إذا نزلنا بالجورة راضية ولا إذا نزحنا عن الجورة راضية. جمال سلمية بقى. خليتي جورة ما نزلت فيها.
From a comedy to a harrowing tale of survival, the deeply controversial new film Heart of Fire looks at the tragic life of a child soldier.
It's 1980 in Eritrea. This 10-year-old girl is a soldier with the Eritrean Liberation Front. A new film by Italian director Luigi Filoni, Heart of Fire, tells her story. In this oft-forgotten country on the Horn of Africa, liberation armies fought a decades-long battle for independence against Ethiopia and against one another. It's worlds away from the silent beauty of Filoni's first film, The Story of the Weeping Camel. That film earned an Oscar nomination in 2005. Heart of Fire is based on German pop singer Senayit Mahari's best-selling childhood memoir. Filoni's always believed that adults have a lot to learn from children.
Nobody likes wars, right? Nobody wants wars, but they still happen. And wars are made by adults. So what's the child's response to that? When comes the point when the fascination clashes with the brutality of what war is?
The film was shot in Kenya and the entire cast were first-time actors.
I like when I was doing the gun. معناته أبزا فيلم مسأته بتيجي كسانكو سلسلته.
1 week before the shoot, some of the cast received threatening letters believed to have come from the Eritrean embassy. They were told they would not be allowed back into Eritrea should they appear in the film. Action! 2/3 of them dropped out. In a last-minute scramble, it was decided to bring in Eritrean and Ethiopian refugees from a nearby camp. The Eritrean government is opposed to the film because they claim there were no child soldiers. According to them, the staple of camp life for children was schooling, not killing.
The Eritrean struggle for freedom is such a heroic fundament of Eritrean history. My sense is that only triumphalistic film about this period could be allowed. And in this film, it's not about making heroes out of people, it's just about trying to see how it was.
But is the film really showing how it was? In Germany, a group of Eritreans collect signatures. They're protesting against the book and the film. They say they were in the same camp as the author, and nobody was made a child soldier there. Almaz Kaze recognised herself in the book and is taking the author to court for the way she was portrayed.
These claims keep me awake at night. I feel persecuted by Senate's claims that we were child soldiers. We were never child soldiers. We never even saw weapons.
So why did Forlorny want to take on such a murky and complicated story?
That made it even more interesting for me, just to find out, is it a lie or is it true?
In the wake of discussions about the book's authenticity, he fictionalised much of the script, admitting that childhood memories can be subjective.
The story is the girl, it's her way through the history, and only the partial side of what she sees and what she experiences.
Regardless of the truth of Seneit's story, Heart of Fire is an important reminder that children are still being forced to become child soldiers to this day.
Well, that's it for this fabulous picture show. Thank you, Nadine.
Thank you.
I've got to try this caramel.
You should.
Yeah.
You want me to teach you how?
Well, I want to eat it. I don't want the waxing part.
Why not? Okay, you should try it.
I saw the pain in their eyes. We hope to see you next time.
So how would you rate the film out of 10 and why?
As a chick flick, I'd rate it probably about 8 or 9.
I think it's a women's film, definitely, but I think men could also learn a lot from seeing it.
The lesbian, for example, was really attractive.